Soul Soul Simmers, my name is Darth Jeswick, and welcome back to Wednesdays with the Waffles. When we last checked in with the Waffles, Belgian had just attended prom and went on her first date. Cherry's currently working on her latest poetry book called Poems of Pancakes. I'm just having Belgian do some extra credit work for school next to this dirty glass of orange juice while we wait for the time to pass. She's got an A in school, so I'm not really worried about her having to do like any extra work or extra credit or anything like that, but you know, it's always good to do. I'm just having her do some dancing to get her fun need up a little bit. She's listening to some alternative music, and unfortunately, Cherry broke her computer before she was able to finish her book, so I had her repair it. It's almost Cherry's birthday, so I thought it would be fun to take the girls out for the night, and we haven't gone bowling for a while, so I thought it'd be fun to head over to the bowling alley. It's going to be really fun. I thought it would be nice to get out and do some stuff for the night and not be stuck at home, just skill building. I think there is a glitch with the shoes, though. They're not wearing any. Usually when they come to a place that has bowling alleys, they just automatically change into bowling shoes, but only about half the patrons were actually wearing shoes, so that's great. It's bad enough that your Sims normally slip and fall when they're bowling because their skill isn't high enough at first, but you know, they're not wearing shoes, so that's going to cause even more problems. It looks like the glitch has only affected the patrons of the bar and not the actual like bartender, but that's fine. Nancy's just got her feet out. Cherry wasn't doing very well. She kept like dropping her ball and like slipping and just not hitting anything. So she just went over to the bar and grabbed herself a cocktail. Belgian ended up bowling a 44 on the 3 frames that I had them bowl. It was kind of taking them a long time. They kept getting distracted by talking to each other and other people that were in the bar. But she was hungry by the end of it, so I sent her over to the snack machine and it ate her money. So I had her try to get it out by smacking it, but I didn't want her to try again because I was afraid it might fall on her and kill her. If she wasn't the only heir, I wouldn't really worry about it, but because she's the only kid that we have, I don't want her to die. They were both really exhausted, so I sent them home and sent them straight to bed. Belgian woke up really early the next morning, so I had her grab some leftover waffles, and then before I sent her to school, she took a shower and did an energy centering yoga routine outside. It's a beautiful day. It's the first day of summer, so we had to get outside. It was really warm, so I thought it would be nice for her to go out and do that. It's Monday, so I kind of wanted to head off to school with her and just see what happens throughout the day. I ended up replacing the default school with the school that I built a while ago. It's a lot smaller and easier for your Sims to navigate around in. It was really hard for my Sim to just like get to the treadmills. Right now, Belgian has to work out before class, and it takes them like an hour just to walk down the stairs in the old place. I think the Sims like it though, because I have this big centerpiece here, and he's like T-posing on it. Some of the kids were like throwing a football around in the gym. They didn't have a gym in the last one. There's actually like a separate lot for the gym, and I just put one right in here in the school so your Sims can like work out, play basketball. She was a little stinky from running, but her boyfriend Max still sat with her during class. There's showers in the gym. I just didn't have time for her to get in there. They were kind of sending social bunnies back and forth to each other during class, so that's kind of fun. One of Belgian's school tasks was to be friendly to a faculty member, so I had her tell a joke to the cafeteria worker while she was grabbing her senior lunch. She's constantly having these mood swings where she just starts yelling at whoever's in front of her. It's kind of annoying. It happens a lot, but that's high school years. I had her sit with a group of her friends just to get to know some more people, and apparently that guy just stole somebody else's homework. Don't know what happened there. Her next school task was to study for exams, so I had her do that in the lunchroom, and then it was time for her next class. Her next class was a math class, and nothing really interesting happened. There wasn't any pop-ups or anything for me to interact with, so it was an overall pretty boring day. But after class was over, I had her talk to Max again and maybe do some talking to get to know each other. They exchanged phone numbers. And then I had Cherry go and practice some cheering in the gym because I had some cheer mats in there so they didn't have to walk all the way out to the football field. And then we got this pop-up. I thought it was the principal that usually called to tell us that we were eligible for early graduation, but apparently this person could too. So we did graduate early. Belgian is now done with school. We were excited, so I went to tell Max Max that she was graduating. When I panned back over to Max, he was fighting somebody though. So I don't know what happened, if they just got into an argument and started fighting, or if it's because Max is evil. Everyone's just kind of standing around watching, but Belgian is going to age up soon, so I'm probably going to just break up with Max anyway. This was kind of like the final straw for Belgian. She doesn't want to date somebody who beats people up. He did win the fight, so at least he's not going to be dazed when we tell him. But it was time for Belgian to go home and start getting ready for Cherry's birthday. I started out by having her make a cake for Cherry. She's made a bunch of cakes for Belgian, so I figured it was only fair for her to make one for her mom. For some reason, she didn't use the empty counter that's right next to her. She made her cake inside the waffle maker. I don't know how that happened, but that's just what it is. Excuse me, Cherry, can you just like move out of the way, please? Yeah, she's just pouring all of her ingredients right onto the waffle maker and stirring it all up. I'm sure that the waffle maker is going to taste so great baked inside that cake. Absolutely nothing could go wrong there. Cherry's favorite color is green, so I had Belgian make a matcha tea cake, and it looked pretty good. It's actually like a nice quality cake. We're getting the tiny home perks, so Belgian actually has like a level 4 or 5 cooking skill already, which is pretty good for being a teenager. Belgian added some candles, and then Cherry blew them out. She is now an adult. She didn't get any extra traits or anything like that, but I did change her aspiration because she completed the best-selling author aspiration. Gave her the appliance whiz aspiration because in our new house we'll actually have more room for appliances. I think she looks great. I'm going to give her a small makeover in a little while, but for now I'm just going to have them eat some cake because I don't want it to go to waste. After they were finished, I had Belgian pick up all the dishes and wash them, and then I sent her outside to do some yoga. I pretty much only changed Cherry's shirt for now. Later on I will change her hair to have some gray in it. After Belgian had practiced yoga for about an hour or two, it was starting to get dark and cold, so I sent her inside to take a shower because she was starting to get smelly. Meanwhile, Cherry is working on her next book, The Right Way to Pancake. It's a short story. Belgian's birthday was going to be tomorrow, so I sent her straight to bed after taking care of all of her needs. Cherry was in pretty good shape though, so I had her stay up and work on her book until she was finished with it. When Belgian woke up the next morning, I had her take care of all of her needs, but then the sink broke while she was washing the dishes afterwards, so I had her fix that to get her handiness skill up because it's always really helpful. I want either Cherry or Belgian to finally get their handiness skill up to the point where they can make unbreakable stuff, especially for Cherry's computer. That would be really helpful so she doesn't break her computer all the time. At this point, it was around 10 o'clock in the morning, so I figured it was a good time to go ahead and start planning Belgian's birthday party. Birthdays take a long time, just like with any social event in The Sims, so I wanted to have plenty of time for that today. I invited all of her friends and even Bob out to the Orchid A Go-Go bar in Delso Valley. I hired a caterer for Belgian's birthday, so I made sure that the bar had a kitchen. This is actually a bar that I built a while ago. Also, for some reason, everybody decided to go into the VIP section. It's set for 3-star celebrities, and there wasn't a bouncer there. And even when the bouncer showed up, he still let people in. Like, Bob was in there all night by himself. Because it was so early, I think that's why there wasn't anybody here, but that was fine because it was almost like we had a private party for Belgian's birthday, and I think that's really cool. Aside from like 1 or 2 other Sims, there was only her and her friends here with her family. I know we have a caterer and she's like making a cake also, but I also brought this zombie cake for Belgian just from home because you never know with the Sims, they always kind of try to eat cake whenever they're not supposed to. Thought this sim would be a really cute match for Belgian, but he left before I was able to click on him and get his name, so hopefully we'll see him around in the world again. Our caterer is just in the kitchen doing her thing, and we're gonna have Belgian blow out her candles. I was kind of having a little bit of trouble with tab mode in this instant. I was like freaking out a little bit because I didn't want to miss her aging up. Aside from being a loner and self-assured, Belgian is now a kleptomaniac. I gave her the wellness aspiration for inner peace. After a while, the paparazzi started showing up and taking pictures of Cherry, so I decided to just kind of chill out and tell them to go away. I did bribe them to leave. Then Belgian hit it off with this sim named Tory Haynes. He's got this nice brown hair. He's very strapping, actually. He's also got a lot of accessories on, so if we end up dating him, I'll give him like a slight makeover. Still make him a little bit eccentric, though I like that. I had them get some drinks together and just kind of get to know each other a little bit more. We didn't learn all of his traits, but we did learn that he's a maker and a geek. I hate the maker trait. I don't know if this is going to work out for us, but we'll see. I was just kind of having them flirt a little bit. It was really fun. And then Agnes Crumplebottom started beating us up with her handbag. I didn't know where she was. I didn't even know she was here. She started shredding on the guitar like she just didn't beat us up with her purse. You're so rude, Agnes. I didn't even flirt with you. Even Belgian's like, oh, well, it just happens. That's just Agnes. And on her birthday, Agnes. How rude. And then another fight breaks out in the VIP section. And then Bob snuck in during the fight. I aspire to be this level of unbothered. Look at him go. I also had Belgian take a couple pictures with Tori just for safekeeping. I think they're really cute together. And then a rampaging werewolf showed up, so I figured it was probably time to go. Overall, pretty tame night for The Sims. This isn't the strangest birthday party I've ever had. After we got home, I had Belgian watch some TV for a little while, play some video games on her phone, and then I gave her an adult makeover. She's not a teen anymore, so we need to get her looking a little bit older. Belgian wears a lot of purple, so I tried to keep in with that theme. She also wears a lot of pink, and I gave her this really cool, rebellious party outfit. I think she looks adorable. And this is Cherry's new hair. She's got some gray showing and looks beautiful. But that is really all I have for this episode of Wednesdays with the Waffles. In the next episode, we'll move into our new house and start Belgian's generation. I'm not really sure if she's going to be able to make a ton of money doing yoga, but we will see. If not, we can always think of something else for her. We'll still get some royalties from Cherry's books, but I'm going to have her stop writing and start another side activity just for fun. Maybe we'll have her do some knitting so she can knit some stuff for her grandbabies. That's always fun and adorable when they can wear their own clothes that they made. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button because it really helps out. I try to upload a couple videos a week, so subscribe and hit the bell button to get a notification every time I post a new video. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Dag dag!